Hey everyone, welcome and thank you for tuning in to episode 1, COVID-19 Cyber Risks. I'm Mitch Harris, Senior Cybersecurity Consultant at Riskversity, and I will be your presenter today. Riskversity is one of many companies who have teamed up with experts in the fields of insurance, legal, healthcare, education, human resources, training, information technology, audit and compliance, vendor risk management, and data security and privacy to form the group the Resurgent Collaborative. And in a nutshell, the collaborative was formed to help businesses recover after a catastrophic event that perhaps led to a disruption like COVID-19. Today, we wanted to illustrate and present at a very high level two methods by which attackers might capitalize on the current pandemic for their own personal gain. And each subsequent episode will touch on at least one, if not more, risk to the confidentiality, integrity, and/or availability of a company's or consumer's data. Whenever there's a tragedy, natural disaster, health scares, etc., it always lends an opportunity to cybercriminals to take advantage of both those who are affected and/or those looking to get involved and help in some way. Many of you have heard the term phishing before, and some may have even heard the term smishing. You may have fallen victim to a phishing attack whereby you received an email from an attacker requesting you download and/or open an attachment, or perhaps click on a malicious link. And in this age of mobile devices, some of you may have received unsolicited text messages stating that, for instance, your loan is ready to review and ask you to follow a link. This is what is referred to as SMS phishing or smishing, as it incorporates the SMS text messaging protocol. Organizations often believe they have a robust security posture, meaning they have the best intrusion detection systems, intrusion prevention systems, next-gen firewalls, web application firewalls, endpoint detection and response on every desktop, laptop, and mobile device, etc. And all that is great. Matter of fact, it's necessary. Defense in depth is definitely the way to secure your environment. But time and time again, have we, as cybersecurity professionals, seen compromises and breaches that are a result of human error. So even though you may not see the train coming, the infrastructure for an attack is there, and the end user is your last line of defense. The question is, are they paying attention? Because you can have all the security in the world, but if you have employees that are clicking on what I call the dancing Santa every Christmas that downloads malware, all of that security really doesn't matter. The Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, along with the United Kingdom's National Cybersecurity Center, have observed these subjects in the subject lines of current emails with regards to this pandemic. With the intent on capitalizing on the public's fear, unfortunately, there will be a level of success as these attackers attempt to compromise networks and access data illegally. The emails will contain a call to action that encourages the victim to visit a website, and the website is usually used by malicious actors to steal valuable data such as usernames and passwords, credit card data, and other personal information. Now, while most phishing attacks will be delivered via email, text messages, or SMS, is another means by which attackers will attempt to compromise networks and steal data. Coronavirus-related phishing that leverages SMS text messaging is leveraging the economic impact of the pandemic and the government's employment and financial support packages. As an example, there was a series of SMS messages using a UK government-themed lure to harvest email addresses, home addresses, your name, and banking information. They purported to be from COVID or the United Kingdom's government and contain a link to a phishing website, which looks legit on the surface, but in actuality is malicious in nature. So how do you mitigate these risks? Well, as a business or organization, you want to ensure that you are making it difficult for attackers to reach your users. And we spoke about defense in depth and user awareness earlier. You want to help users identify and report suspected phishing emails, as well as having a response plan that can be enacted quickly, efficiently, and effectively should your protections fail to detect and stop these phishing attacks. Now, as an employee or individual, some of the things you want to be aware of, both as an employee within an organization and an individual at your home or on your home network, is first and foremost, utilize the Center for Disease Control's website for accurate information. And with regards to spotting a phishing email or smishing text, consider the sender. Are they claiming to be from someone official, like your bank or doctor, a lawyer, a government agency? As criminals often pretend to be important people or organizations to trick you into doing something that they want, basically exerting their quote unquote authority. Does it seem urgent? For instance, are you told you have a limited time to respond? In other words, 24 hours or immediately. Criminals often threaten you with fines or negative consequences to instill a sense of urgency. Does the message make you panic, fearful, hopeful, or curious? Attackers will often use threatening language, make false claims of support, or attempt to tease you into wanting to find out more. They play on your emotional state. And lastly, consider scarcity, meaning, is the message offering something in short supply? And in this case, money or a cure. Fear of missing out on a good opportunity or a deal can make you respond quickly, and hackers will leverage fear to achieve their objective. So that was a very high level, quick and dirty overview of two methods by which attackers are using this pandemic to exploit businesses, organizations, and consumers. In episode 2, we will look at credential theft and remote or teleworking. And if you have any questions, comments, or you're a business looking to mitigate your cyber risk, please feel free to shoot me an email. And until then, see you in episode 2.